Like even if you like take a look at the lineage of like Lawrence Bishnoi and take a look at like who was a similar character. Lawrence Bishnoi, if you don't know him, look him up, look up his relationship to Canada, and then also look up his relationship to Salman Khan, and then find out who was that type of guy in the 80s and 90s, and then you're going to find out about a different guy, and then you learn a whole lot about how this stuff is being financed. And so with capital flows, this gets to be pretty important because a lot of the OTT players, Hotstar, Disney, Amazon Prime, they're coming into Bollywood, they're writing checks. And so now this is controversial, but like Shah Rukh Khan he's so far over the hill. He's essentially converted into Adam Sandler, in my opinion. Like he gets older and older. Him and Hrithik both get older and older. Like I think Hrithik is like 57 and Shah Rukh Khan is probably like knocking on 70 at this point. But they always get casted in a movie with like an 18, 19-year-old girl. Every year, new movie, new 18-year-old. And it's a little weird, to say the least, but like it happens in America too. So it is what it is. So America's dumping, OTT is dumping a bunch of money into Bollywood. Bollywood movies for the last 5 years have been trash. But a second order effect of that is that India has expectations for talent or entertainment. They expect the whole tally in entertainment. Like when you watch a movie, you have singing, crying, dancing, fighting scenes, yelling scenes, like everything is in there. And you have a lot of people in Tollywood, and then you also have the Malayali people who you have a full stack director. You have one guy who directs the movie, writes the screenplay, acts as the main actor, does post production, all as one guy, and then getting eight and above on IMDb. And I'm like, give that guy AI, and I want to see what happens to the rest of the world. So that's all I wanted to say about the Bollywood point.
No, definitely. Those are facts there about the underworld funding Bollywood. Like that is pretty much like a known fact. And I think, like you said, there are other like region-specific movie industry, like the Malayali movie industry. And I actually have been watching Malayalam movies since like when I was in undergrad, and they were exceptionally good. Like the screenplay, the storytelling.
Drishyam.
Not Drishyam. I saw something like I saw a movie called Iduki Gold. Was like it was pretty old movie, but yeah, it was amazing. And like you said, like I used to make like movies when I was in undergrad, and there was like just one person. Like I did have like actors, and there was a editor, but I directed, I shot the movie, and I also did
I
the
had
post
no
production.
idea. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah, that's like one of my, because I used to do a lot of art, like I was into painting and stuff. And then in order to like be more creative when I was in my undergrad, I didn't study much. Like I was usually mostly spending my time, like because I had a camera, I had a DSLR, so I was mostly spending time doing photography. And then I had the itch of like making movies, like short movies and advertisements. And since I went to like a really good government college, we had the opportunity of like making cash, like by participating in competitions, because in IITs and NITs, I went to NIT. So in IITs and NITs, you have cash money, cash prize for like competitions. So we used to make like really smart advertisements, like 30 seconds long, a minute long, using like our friends and students, do the post production in Adobe After Effects, and then just like produce a movie. And then the people who were coming to judge us, they were like the local directors and local filmmakers, and they were like impressed. They're like, "How are you guys doing it?" And we were doing it because like we were passionate, and also we knew like the tools and stuff at that point of time. And also
Yeah.
like I had two other friends who were really creative. One guy was from computer science, and one guy was from like some other engineering branch. But yeah, like I said, like studies were like secondary for us. We were usually like involved in all this stuff. And I also did a lot of like since we had to get funding for the festivals that we organized. When I
Mhm.
was in my final year, I was in that team also. So I actually like it's also on YouTube. Actually, you can see it. So I had this idea of creating a reverse video. So I showed them a video. I can drop the link later on. You guys can check it out. So it's basically it will show you like the festival from last year, but
Yeah.
in backwards
In
direction.
backwards motion. Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
So that actually gained the attention from some of the investors, and they actually invested money that was required for our festival. And in our year, we were proud to say that this music festival called Sunburn that
Yeah, yeah,
happens.
I know Sunburn.
So the place where I was studying, it was a very like orthodox kind of place. Like it was in Punjab.